All right, what is up, my friends? Welcome. We're playing some standard, and we are cascading. That's right. This deck was a big deal for like about a minute when the first this set first came out. Invasion of Alara. This is a combo deck played by Matsuka 10 to a 5-0 on a Magic Online League. Invasion of Alara, ETBs, and basically you cascade until you hit 2 cards, mana value 4 or less. And you can cast one of them for free. Other one goes to your hand. So if you build your deck in a way where the only cards in your deck that cost less than 4 are a certain card, you can always hit it, right? So usually this Cascade deck only plays 4 Bramble Familiars and then a Malevolent, or whatever, any random other card, because you always find 2. And then you can cast the Fetch Quest part of the Bramble Familiar for free. So 5 mana, cast Fetch Quest, hit a big thing, go nuts. Ideally, your Fetch Quest hits a Desecrator, which will remove all the counters from the battle, and flip over the Invasion of Alara into Awaken the Maelstrom, turning your 5 mana into draw 3, put a thing into play, copy a thing, make some tokens, destroy a permanent, a whole bunch of good stuff, right? However, this version is actually not playing only the familiars as the 4 or less. It's also playing 4 copies of Ill-Timed Explosion. It's a very, very good card. Obviously, a sweeper, it can draw cards in your control matchups, and the deck's playing plenty of big spells to kill everything. But we do run the risk of playing Invasion of Alara, hitting 2 explosions and not hitting our Bramble Familiar, which is kind of interesting. So, kind of interesting to see the deck building choice. You'll see how that works out. And the way this deck works is the fact that all of your cards are expensive, but also cheap, right? So we have Virtue Resistance is a 2-mana kill spell. It costs 7. Binding is a 1-mana kill spell that costs 6. Tarnosaur, 6-mana spell, costs 3 to kill something. And also, you can kind of do the living end thing here and get into a spot where you're just casting these cards, right? Which is pretty cool as well. We got Bristleback and Migration to go find some lands, and Elish Norn, bunch of lands in play. Get the idea. Sideboard has Decadent Dragon, which is kind of a cool little sideboard juke if you want to just kind of get into your thing. And let's Sunslayer, out the Beanstalk. Kind of a weird mixture of cards here, because again, every card that you play that's less than 4 screws the combo up. Seeing a sideboard of all cards that cost less than 4 is a little weird, but hey, this person 5 out of league, so let's give it a spin and see how it goes. So let's get right to the games brought to you by Anthros. Phenomenal sponsor of mine. I love my Anthros chair, and I just love these guys. They're an awesome company. Got to hang out with them at DreamHack, which is super cool. They had a great booth. And folks, you gotta take care of yourself, all right? If you're like me and you work from home, or you work at a desk or a computer, which most of you do, you sit for 20 years of your life, some ridiculous number, right? Take care of yourself. Take care of your back, your posture. Anthros does that. Built by a team of therapists and specialists who used to work with wheelchairs and decided, hey, if these are comfortable, why not make chairs comfortable too, right? So check them out, anthros.com. Please use my link in the description, and also please use my my code, obviously, to get your discount, JimDMTG, for $200 off your order. Check them out, anthros.com. Hashtag sponsored. Damn proud of it. Anthros, fix your sit. Chat, coming out with me. Now that's a hand of the week. This deck is also a hand of the week factor, which is cool too. So let's mulligan here. All right, second hand is fine. We can keep this. So let's ship an explosion, and we can just cast our Bramble Buddy also, which is kind of cool. All right, so our Fiend's Tower go. No headrest. Don't need it. You're sitting up straight. Skrelv. So this is about the literal worst case scenario for us here. Our opponent is playing Bant Toxic, which is insanely good against these combo decks. But we have blocker. We'll see what we can do, you know. Crawling Chorus. Rot Priest, man. They have a pretty good draw. I mean, we draw a Virtue, so we can Virtue down the Skrelv. We have no red for the explosion yet, which is kind of awkward. Alright, we should have Virtue Skrelv here. So we're Virtue Skrelv. I have a blocker back, which is pretty good. Take a poison. Not ideal. Gain some life. Not super relevant, but say go. We have Binding for the Rot Priest. Blockers are very good for this versus this deck. Sure. That's why I play Fading Hope. So go into 3 poison. They have 2 cards in hand. Scry a card to the top. Draw land here, please. Would you draw? Oh, wow. That's a sick land draw, actually. All right. Awesome. You know what? Looks pretty well timed to me, if you're asking me. Elishnorn and Virtue. Elishnorn is not relevant against them, really, so discard that. And probably the fetch quest, honestly. Yeah, just try and kill stuff. Deal 5. Boom. They got a token, I guess, which is annoying, but we have blocker. I'm actually got the Q2, actually. I'm sorry, not they have Secor on, so it doesn't actually matter, so. Gotta kill this thing. We are up to... They drew a Mirrex, too. Ugh. Alright, well, Mirrex is the real problem. Without Mirrex, I think we're fine here, but now we're in a bit of trouble. Second mountain. Okay. We're going to play land. We're going to Virtue this thing. Are we going to Binding and the Mirrex token? Might have to, honestly. Kind of sucks, but you draw land. Alright, yeah. Mirrex, really, really good. I'm just going to kill this. This sucks, but, like, they don't have much left anyway, you know, so. Could have waited to see if they pumped, I guess, but whatever. We draw a non-land. Alright, so let's cycle for a forest. Got the old Carney next turn. Carnosaur helps start the chain, too, which is kind of cool. Alright, so play that. So they get to make a token, get in, put us to our 5th poison. Take a poison. We get the Cascade, and this can start the chain, actually. We get lucky. Sure. Alright. Here we go, folks. A Discover time. Also counter it, obviously. That'd suck, but... Please don't counter it. Oh no! We hit the one real brick in the entire deck. The Malevolent Hermit. Obviously hitting a Explosion or an Alara would have been awesome. And Carnosaurs go to the bottom. Alright, I mean, it is a blocker. Could be worse, but... We're at 5 poison. If we were like 7 or 8 poison, I'd be scared. But I think 5 poison is like kind of okay. Oh, right. Discover also can't cast the Brambles either, so... They're going to Fading Hope my Carnosaur. Damn, that's aggressive. I get to go again next turn, so... Augury will look for top 3 and Proliferate. Now I'm at 6 poison. Always back against the wall. Please stop. Alright. I think we're dead now. Again, this is just a horrible matchup. The Bant deck is so good against these combo decks. Most polarized deck in the format by far. Just cannot beat Convoke, cannot beat the mid-range decks, but absolutely crushes the control and combo decks. Alright, yeah. I mean... I guess we could still hit here. We hit Alara, right? Hit Alara, too much stuff. Where it's 9 poisons, any Proliferate card kills us. Here's Invasion of Alara. Let's cast the battle. And now we're going to exile more cards, Cascade into a Explosion or a Bramble Familiar. The Explosion would kill both Mites. But I might be interested in just going for Fetch Quest, trying to win the game, I think. Oh no, 3 Desecrators to the bottom? Oh, that's awful. That means my Fetch Quest is very unlikely to hit a Desecrator, which is like the whole point. Oh man. Damn. Explosion, discarding Hermit, something else. We gotta win this game fast, though. That's the problem. I might just fetch. I'm gonna set a Fetch Quest. Like, we have to win. You know, this goes in my hand anyway. We got blockers. We hit 5 lands and a Bristleback. Sure. Make a 3/3. Dinosaur time. Play a land. 9 poison, dead to anything. But this turns the corner and wins the game really fast. Oh, no! Alright, tough matchup. So, Now what are we doing? And the sideboard is so weird. It like I think a sideboard maybe just wants you to board out of the combo. Which is odd, honestly. But none of these cards on the board are like that exciting, realistically. Like the Hermit's pretty bad. Get rid of the Hermit. Like none of these cards do much. Glissa blocks decently well, I guess. Urtai, not great either. Elistorn's not great. All right, I'm gonna bring in. They're gonna have counter spells too. Oh, it's so rough. It's so. I shouldn't leave this guy actually. I'm gonna leave this guy in. Let's try this. On the fly. Oh my god. Gonna mulligan. It's just a 2-lander. I mean, I guess like I can't even cast the Virtue on turn 2. I'm gonna mulligan. All right, much better. Let's keep this. So keep this. Ship this thing. And we got a decent spread and the invasion of Alara. It's Skrelv again. Untap land. We do the untap land. That's gas. All right, so let's kill Skrelv. Now you have Migration. And so you have turn 5 Alara. Obviously, they have counterspells. That was bad for us. So here's the Hive. All right. Not ideal, but take one. You know, 1 or 2 counterspells and we're toast here. We have red, red, white, white, blue or black. Sure, black, I guess. All right. Yeah. Like, I mean, we want to keep the Carnosaur to cast, I think. We can fire it off, but just cycle this bad boy, I think. So, just take the 1 poison, it's fine. Take 1. Have the Mirrex, lame. I mean, now we're just casting Invasion of the Carnosaur. They got to have back-to-back counters here. And we want to untap land for that, so untap land. We draw Hermit. Hermit's pretty sweet, honestly, as far as like making things uncounterable. Oh boy. They're gonna have a 3rd Mirrex token, and it doesn't block very well either. I'm just gonna cast this. We just gotta like hope they don't have it, I think. It's just a bad matchup, folks. You know, it's just what it is. Like, you just gotta jam and hope they have it. They got spell. Yeah, I mean, up and have it. Yeah, I mean, like, Spell Pierce, Bring the Ending, Fast Clock, Reach. They got it all. The one, like, truly polarized deck in the format is Bant Toxic. And we're getting polarized right now. Here's a Crawling Chorus, yeah. Alright. They're definitely toxic. Carnosaur? Yeah, we're just playing that. That's fine. That's what it is. You know, like, definitely if you're playing Domain or you're playing a controller combo deck, you compare against Toxic, it's like, ugh, alright, whatever. You know, like, pairing lottery for sure. Alright, let's try it again. No Toxic, please. Hand's great. Keep. We have turn 2. It's funny. We have turn 2 Binding if you want it. We actually have the Virtue, too, though. I think I put the black land first. Put them all against 6. And they play a Cottage. Sure. So this is a matchup where kind of the opposite. It should be very good for us. I'm going to play this black land. So you have Virtue on turn 3. Unless they're playing Golgari Toxic, they'll be alright here. Ah, it's a Mirrex! Alright, so let's Virtue this bad boy. Need to draw a land or 2 here. We have a bunch of land cyclers as well. We have, what? 22 lands in our deck, but with 4 Bristleback and 4 Hard Migrations. Play Mosswood, so they go. We draw a white land. Cool. We can Binding and then play another land next turn. So whereas Toxic gets under us, we go way over a mid-range deck. All of our Doomblades and craps don't do anything. There's Trespasser, sure. We draw another binding. So we're just going to binding the Mossa before they can kill it in response. So go. You need to draw an untapped land here, preferably. We also have this explosion, too, so... Alright, so annoying. They fire up. This plays around explosion a little bit, but... What's up, man? Thanks for reset. Appreciate it. Redraw this back. Alright, so that's fine. We're going to channel this. We're going to get a Triome. And then we're going to binding the Glutton and just discard a card, I think, which is fine. I don't know, whatever. Spars headquarters. You only have one black right now. You get black land. Sure, no. Alright, let's play this. And we'll say go. Yeah, plan being to beginning combat step, binding the Glutton, discarding probably the explosion. Alright, yeah, this is good for us actually, so this is cool. Let's fire this up. Binding and discard, I'm sure. We got Evasion of Alara for days. Zeke reset, thanks so much. Down to 7, but we're about to do our thing. Oh yeah, do a thing. Cascade! Fetch quest! Alright. Not really with though, because we get the Cascade again, so... Let's cover 5. This time we're going to hit a explosion. Sure. Cast explosion, draw 2. What's up, Magic Man? Good game, my friend. So we'll discard nothing. Just play a land. And now, even though we are... we kind of fizzled, I guess. We're still in great shape. Just Carnosaur again next turn. Attack the battle. 7-7. Perfect, perfect lineup. Just doing the thing. Glissa Sun Slayer. With 2 mana up. So, if I go to... Alright, would you Virtue? Never mind, it's fine. So I'm going to Virtue and kill this. And try and attack this, I think. Should I just Evasion again, right? Well, I guess I have 3 Brambles accounted for. If I hit a... hit an explosion, though, I can... discard some cards and kill this. We're just so juiced, you know? I'm gonna... Sure, they might have a Doomblade, but whatever. I'm just gonna kill this. Just kill this. They probably have Doomblade. I'll just cast the Realm Familiar from the adventure side. We'll attack. Now we're not really under any pressure, so attack this. They're gonna crack a food. Oh my god. Let's go. Crank this thing. Draw 2 cards. Destroy a cottage. We're going to copy a Carnosaur. Put the counters on both of these. Cascade again. Pretty good. How about... Yeah, that's what I thought. Alright, that's what I thought. So... However good the matchup is against... or how bad it is against Toxic. Really good against Midrange, obviously. So stump the Hermit. And... Beanstalk? Sure. Alright. 2 lands, Bristleback Migration. Keep. It's great. They got a tap land. We got a tap land. They have a Moss. Great. So not a Bronco, which is good for us. We actually draw the untapped land. We get Virtue here. Kind of like Virtuing here, too, because it forces them to play Whispers and then be totally off curve if I kill it. Or otherwise they just lose it forever, which is fine. You know, it's good. Let's kill it. Gain some life. We'll just cycle a Bristleback, get a dual land next turn. I guess we'll actually just play lands I go. We'll figure out later, but... This is awesome for us. Like, so good. So, this puts them... It is card advantage, but they didn't add to the board this turn, which is just devastating for their everything, so... Play a quarter, so go. Good old standard all-star nurturing Bristleback. Now they're going to play this Mosswood, sure. Play another creature, too. No. Alright, so... Just get a migration for a land. Yeah. So we want to untap land, so yeah, that's fine. Gain some life. We'll get a I don't know, swamp, I guess. And then I think we'll bristleback main phase for a Triome. Yeah. I guess I'm just gonna play it on top lane anyway, but I guess it's fine. I'm just gonna play this thing up. I don't need to cycle again. We're honestly about to start casting these things, which is great for us. And we're probably gonna get an explosion next turn anyway, so. That's the thing too, where like if they're not fast enough and the game just keeps going, like you just cast all your stuff, you know, like so. All right, we'll discard one bristleback. They get a clue, whatever. Here's Bramble Familiar, fine. We're an explosion. We draw 2. We'll discard a bristleback and a land. We have fetch quest now, so we got forest for days, so discard this. Do your thing again, whatever. Investigator is really good, yeah. Really good card. Ultimate kind of mid-range card, you know? They're going to duress me. Swing and a miss! Sorry, friend.
It was totally devoid of emotion and nuance.
Better than Shelly by a mile, yes. Shoulder's better in older formats where decks like don't have actually any ways to kill it, but in standard where like every deck plays removal spells, much better than Shoulder. They're going to draw a card Mosswood. Great. We got time for days. Alright, so they play a land. They play a Graveyard Trespasser. It's kind of actually we have 3 bristlebacks, I guess, but it makes your virtue a lot worse. So let's have him draw a untapped land. I mean, we can kill the Trespasser with Desecrator. It's not like ideal, but we want to keep these in the bin, I guess. Just discard a land too. That's fine, I guess. Sure. In older formats, the decks are more linear, so some decks just don't play removal spells. Alright, sure. We'll just discard a card here. It's fine. So, we're going to exile. Target your monk goes at -X/-X. On a turn, we're X the mana of exiled card. So, we're going to exile their Investigator. And we're going to target their thingy. Discard the Proving Ground. So, next turn, we can cast Virtue or we can cast Fetch Quest. Both excellent for us. A deck tech? It's $10 per deck tech, not points, but shit. Alright, we'll just discard Bramble and keep land for the Virtue, I think. Casting Virtue is pretty nice here, so third clue. And they're gonna kill the Desecrator. Not very good sequencing there, right? Because now I just kill their Investigator. Sure, we'll take it. Whatever.
Waka waka.
We draw Invasion of Alara. Okay, so I wasn't against Virtue, but now I cast Invasion. We can whiff, though. I just cast the Virtue. Play Virtue, so they go. If they have, like, Disenchant and Duress. Sure. Sucks for us, but here's a Glissa Sunslayer. Sure. So I'll return my Desecrator and just kill their Glissa, which is pretty good. They had both, and they're going to Mosswood. Sure. So I can return their Investigator, or yeah, I just removed Desecrator, I think. So let's return Desecrator. And we're going to exile a card that costs 3 or more. So exile the Explosion. We're going to kill the Glissa. Draw a spell. That's a spell. Probably should draw 2 for us, but we draw 2. That's fine. Discard none. Just going to kill this. Just play a land, say go. Deck extra $10. Yep. For a donation. We can't return their investigator too, but I want to kill their thing first. So let's see what happens here. Getting back these bristlebacks isn't bad either. Bronco. They have a couple cards in hand. We're at 23. Sure, I like Investigator here. Investigator, discard a card. Gonna play any Virtue here. They discard a Duress. We get a Clue. We just draw Bristleback. I shouldn't cast this thing. So, yeah, the game's over. It's just done. Just pack it up. All right. You can't compete with the top end if you're a mid-range deck like this, so. All right, so looking at our stats here. Two pretty polarized matches, I'm not going to lie. You know, a matchup that's like probably, 20-80 not, against us, and then a matchup that's probably 80-20 in our favor. And those numbers might not sound ridiculous. That is ridiculous for any matchup Magic in Standard. It's very, very rare in Standard to see a matchup that's over 70-30. Like, very, very rare. So there are very few 80-20 matchups in a format like Standard. So that was one on both sides, which is pretty interesting. So the old 80-20 split. So that's the deck. Pretty fun deck. Pretty big deck. And again, what's cool is that, like, you can just cast your cards. Like, it looks like you're just playing this weird combo deck, but, like, you're just playing a bunch of cheap rule spells and big idiots, and deck's kind of fun. So, more to play on stream. You do folks, love you. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.